getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys back on the stream tonight here. Big game in store. Here we go. The NBA play-in game, Eastern Conference. Winner of this game will stay alive and will play on Friday against Miami. The loser of this game gets sent packing home. This is a single-game elimination matchup. It's taking place in Toronto, north of the U.S., out in Canada. The Raptors, the number 9 seed, hosting the Chicago Bulls tonight, the number 10 seed. Both of these teams one game away from each other in the standings. Chicago 40-42 this season. Toronto 41-41. This should be a great one. Yesterday, the Eastern Conference play-in, that was kind of like a shock with that game. The Hawks able to take it, and they took it right to the Heat from last night's game here, but hopefully a much closer margin between these two teams. What's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys in. Bob, Ethan, pumped up for this one. David, Mario, welcome back to the stream, guys, for this matchup tonight. Winner of this game will continue. They'll play Miami on Friday on the road at the Heat at 7 p.m. Friday night. The Bulls below 500 on the road this year for Chicago, 18-23. Toronto looking great on their home floor, 27-14. And this has been, both of these teams just have been disappointing this season, more so for Chicago this season. For them last year, they were the number 1 team at one point in the NBA at the All-Star break back in 2022, and then they dropped all the way to the 5 seed in the 2022 playoffs. They lost in 5 against Milwaukee. They haven't been the same ever since. And then Toronto was the 6th seed last year. They lost against Philadelphia. They put them into 6 games in that first round matchup last year. It was Philly who got up 3-0, and then Toronto took 2 of those games. But here we are. Both teams here go from first round knockouts to somebody's going to make it in to the second play-in game, and one team's going to be knocked out tonight as the number 10 team in the NBA. So, yeah, this is where both of these teams landed in the standings, and I think it's going to speak defensive matchup here between these two teams, because they're both strong defensive teams this season. What's good, Kelly? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys join in once again. I think the Bulls are the popular pick in this game. I'm going to go with the Raptors for my prediction for this matchup. The home team has won every single game this season, so I feel like Toronto with their home court advantage, I think that's going to be the factor. I think it's going to be a slim margin for this game. Very close, down to like 1 or 2 possessions, I feel like, for this game. John, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Both of these teams struggling the offensive side of the ball this season. The Bulls ranking right now at 22nd in the NBA in points scored per game, 24th in offensive rating this season. Toronto coming in total offense, the back of the pack as well, 24th in points scored per game. They've been better, though, in terms of offensive efficiency numbers this season for the Raptors. But, yeah, both of these teams taking, like, key players that they've had in the past. Just the key players haven't been able to have that great of a season this year. Pascal Siakam's broken out, though, for the Raptors, so he's up to a career-high 24.2 points per game, also a career-high just under 6 assists. VanVleet, though, he has really struggled from three-point range this season, only shooting around 34% from 3. Whereas the Bulls, they got 4 guys averaging double figures. Toronto with 6 entering tonight's game. Zach LaVine basically like the same as last year in points scored, and from 2 years ago, he was putting up around 27 points per game. DeRozan took a step back this year. DeRozan, he was in the MVP race for last year. He was like a top 5 candidate, scoring above 27. This year, he's scoring 24.5 for DeMar DeRozan. And Vucevic putting up the same numbers he did last year, 17 and 11. But a couple of years prior to it, when he was playing for the Magic, he was putting up around like 22, 23 for Orlando. David, thanks so much for the dono. You the legend, brother. Really appreciate it, man. Let's get that dono hype on the stream for David. Raymond G, welcome in. Diamond McCrab, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys join back in. If you guys are new, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We got some time before the tip-off, so it looks like it's going to tip off in around 12 minutes from now, it looks like. Quick update on yesterday's play-in games. The Hawks won against the Heat, so Atlanta taking on Boston in the first round, 116-105. And then the Lakers won in overtime, 108-102 over the T-Wolves. So now the T-Wolves sent to play on Friday against the winner of the Thunder Pelicans tonight. And then the Heat losing yesterday. That was an odd game yesterday. The Hawks crushed the Heat on the boards. I think it was like 63-39 on the glass night last night in rebounding in favor of the Hawks. It was just a weird game. Kyle Lowry came out and scored 33 points last night in that game. What's good, Mario? Welcome in. Not sure just yet about what games I plan on covering. Just a quick update for you guys. I'll post in the community tab probably tomorrow about what ones I plan on doing. I'm off on the Friday, this coming Friday, so I'm off. I got a lacrosse game at night on Friday. I'm quite busy on Saturday, too, because I got a doubleheader for baseball. So it's going to be a different schedule for me this week. And then I'm going away on Sunday with my family. We're going on vacation up towards upstate New York. So we're there Sunday through Wednesday. But I'm not sure about, like, whether the hotel will have, like, the channels or so. But I'll post out in the community tab tomorrow. If so, it will be one game per night in whatever the 7:30 or 8 o'clock game is, would be the one. I'm hoping to cover the Warriors against the Kings on Saturday. That's the first game. Because I'm at baseball throughout most of the day, so I'm actually missing that Celtics game because they play at 3:30. I get games at 12 and 3 for baseball. I should probably be back before 8:30 because it gets dark outside, or so. I put out all the rosters, so I'm good. Yeah, that should be a great series. Knicks and Cavs, all the other ones in the East, it's like, I think those are going to either end in 4 or 5, in my honest opinion. But the Knicks and the Cavs, that looks like it's going to go 7 for my early prediction there. Looks like it's going to go the distance. That's going to be a great series. A lot of great young players in that series. And then over on the West, it's more just completely wide open out in the West. I'm intrigued about the Kings-Warriors series. That should be a great one. Both of those teams can score. It's going to be like a race to like 125, 130 points when those teams meet up. Vegas, what's good, man? Glad to have you guys back in. We're going to tip off in about 9 minutes from now. Haven't covered the Raptors in quite a bit of time, so good to finally be able to get in the game here tonight in the play-in. The home teams have won every single game this season. Toronto 2-1 against Chicago. Toronto won back on November the 6th, 113-104. Chicago won at home the following day. They played in the back-to-back 111-97. Toronto won the last game on February the 28th, 104-98. So 3 games, basically all defensive battles. And this season where we've had just tons and tons of scoring going down this year, these two teams have been able to rely on the defensive side of the ball much more than their offense this year. The Raptors are the home team tonight. So yeah, this game's at Toronto Scotiabank Arena. Yeah, this whole play-in game is thoroughly confusing. They have 6 different play-in games. They have what we did yesterday was the 7 versus 8s, and now tonight is the 10 versus 9. So this is a single game elimination. Yeah, they've done that last couple of times or so. For some reason, whenever I cover a Celtics game, it's like one of those regular season games that don't matter. It gets blacked out by my provider for some reason. Yeah, people were complaining about that. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I think it might have happened with other providers too. I heard there was something with YouTube TV in the past too that they had like a problem with getting some of the games. Hey, I'll see you later on, Ethan. Got around 6 minutes before tip off. No play-in team has ever won a first round series. We started off this play-in back in 2021. So it was right after the bubble playoffs that they had a year later, 2021. 2 years ago, they started off the play-in. So this is the third time around they've done the play-in game. And the NBA's done this to prevent tanking from happening. But still, the last week of the season, you got just a bunch of random players being called up to play by that time. And it still won't prevent the teams that's already out of the playoff picture like a month prior to the start of the playoffs, too. Everybody's good to go for this game tonight. Raptors 6-3 in their last 9 games, so they're starting to get better throughout the course of the stretch to this season. Pascal Siakam having a tremendous year for Toronto. Season high above 24 points per game he has scored. Should be a great game against 2 players averaging above 24 in Chicago between LaVine and DeRozan this season. Yeah, the weirdest part about the play-in is that the team that loses gets rewarded and hosts the play-in game on Friday. So the Heat already host one game since they lost. They're gonna host another game. So if the 10 seed wins this game, yeah. So so we get the 10 versus the 9. Yeah, it's really confusing. So the 7 is now Atlanta. They were actually the 8 last night. So the 8 was Atlanta last night. The 8 beat the 7 Miami. So Atlanta, since they won that 8-7 game, they move on and take on the Celtics in the first round, which the Celtics are the 2. And now, since Miami lost, Miami becomes the 8 for now. And then whoever wins this game becomes the 9, and it's 9 versus 8 playing on Friday. Whoever wins that game plays the Bucks, the 1 seed. It's just so weird. Yeah, they don't put out the seedings correctly because if you like looked at tournament brackets for like years and years, you always see the 9 plays the 8, the 10 plays the 7, and March Madness. Like any type of tournament bracket, like high school football, high school basketball, interscholastic sports leagues. That's what they have. They have like the 1 versus the 16, or the 32 versus 33 play-in winner versus the 16, or versus the 16, and then the winner of that game taking on the 1 or something for like bigger tournament style stuff. But Yeah, it's just weird. So they had the 7 versus the 8 last night, and now they have the 9 versus the 10. So this is a single game elimination. So whoever wins this game, they're not in the playoffs just yet. Whoever wins this game will have to win another game. They have to win 2 in a row to make it to the playoffs, whoever wins tonight. So they'd have to win this one, and then they'd have to get past the Heat on Friday. And then whoever loses this game is out. That's it for the rest of their season. This is their final game, whoever loses it. Yeah, it's super confusing. We're going on like 3 years for this, and still, like, even like the national analysts still are like trying to figure out how this works. Yeah, I think it's going to be the Bucks versus the Heat. The Heat laid a big egg yesterday. I was shocked by that. I guess in Miami's case, maybe they think they have a better shot against Milwaukee than Boston. So they could do up to 15 players for the NBA playoff roster that they can set. So it has a maximum of 15 players in the roster. Yeah, I don't think they did it in the right way for them. They had that game last week that they sat like 5 players. Like, everybody knew that they were tanking. That it's brutal for the fans, especially like if you bought tickets to see the Mavs play late in the season and they go and sit all their key players. That's just unfortunate. Like, you got a bunch of like players that you haven't seen before out there playing games when you thought all the superstars were going to play that game. We're going to tip off in just a moment. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and Jakob Poeltl starting 5 for the Raptors. Going up against the Bulls starters tonight: Patrick Beverley, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic. Yeah, the Rays have been incredible this season. Welcome in, Whispering White Owl, WM, oink oink in the stream. Welcome aboard. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like for tonight's game here, Chicago or Toronto. Winner of this game, still in the play-in. They'll play the Miami Heat on Friday. Whoever loses this game gets knocked out. This is a single game elimination between the 10 versus the 9, taking place at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This game is on ESPN if you're looking for it. The Bulls right to left in the floor. They get the white uniforms, red numbers with the black outline, black letters for this matchup. Black jerseys for the Raptors. Red numbers, white letters as we are underway. Raptors control the opening tip left to right. Toronto with the first possession. Caruso defends Siakam at the logo. Poeltl has it in the key. Kick out to the left corner. 3. That's good. OG Anunoby knocks down the 3 to begin for Toronto. First possession now for Chicago. It's going to be a good one tonight. Single game elimination. Beverley sends it on top over to Vucevic. Top of the key working on Poeltl one-on-one. Handoff to DeRozan. Bounce past Vucevic. Take the jumper. Deep 2. Got it. Answer right back to start it off. Deep 2 by Chicago. Toronto with a 3 in the first possession for both of these teams. 45 seconds into the game. VanVleet at the wing. Shovels it inside the key. Poeltl kick out to the left wing. Into the hands to Anunoby. Just scores. Splits defenders. Lost control of it. Turned it over. Chicago comes out with a steal with DeRozan. DeRozan at the low block. Dribbles back outside. Moves it out to Vucevic. Finds Beverley at the corner. Beverley turns the corner. Drives inside the paint on VanVleet. Got the ball poked out and stolen away here by Toronto. Euro step down the lane. Siakam scores with a layup up and in off the backboard. Turnover translates right into 2 points off the fast break there for the Raptors. Bulls with a possession. Caruso at the wing. Dribbles towards his right, now at the free throw circle. Moves it back outside to Beverly. Beverly tries a three off the mark. Miss. Rebound controlled by Pirtle of Toronto. Jay Ramirez, welcome back in. Wow, that's incredible. So 16K away from $8 million. That's awesome. Siakam out to VanVleet. Lob down low. Goes over to Barnes. Barnes inside the key. Puts it up mid-range. Connects on it. Great start for Toronto right out of the gate. It's been the home team every single time winning in the season series. Toronto 2-1 this season against Chicago. DeRozan with a mid-range. Missed off the mark. Rebound controlled by VanVleet. 9:50 left to go in the first. VanVleet at the top. VanVleet kick out to the wing. Anunoby made 1 3 so far. Takes another one. Missed. They come up with the offensive rebound. Siakam with a 3 straight away. That's too long off the back rim. Rebound to Caruso. Only 27th this season in the NBA in three-point shooting for Toronto. They got a great confidence booster, though, with Anunoby knocking down the first one. LaVine drives the free throw circle. Step back jumper. 15-footer. Got it. Great answer right there by Chicago. Zach LaVine on the board. $9:15 left to go in the first. Both of these teams playing with the energy so far. That's what I like to see in a single game elimination. Nice pass down low. Pirtle couldn't finish the rim, though. Off the backboard, too strong. Rebounded back to Chicago. 9 minutes left to go. Bulls have it with Caruso. Slows it down. Hands it off to LaVine around the perimeter. LaVine 10 on the shot clock. Step back 3 in the air over Siakam. Off the back rim, missed. Rebound controlled by Pirtle. Yeah, it's so wide open, especially out in the West. Would it shock me if we see a 7 versus a 6 in the Western Conference semis if Golden State takes on the Lakers. Turnaround, tough jumper for 2 at the deep baseline. That's Pascal Siakam. Sticks it with a hand in the face. 8.5 left to go in the first. Chicago attacking downhill to the rim. LaVine scores up and in with a left-handed layup. Really good start to this game so far. Both of these teams urgent with the basketball, taking care of it. VanVleet drives. VanVleet knocked down, no call. Referee's letting them play so far. Chicago with the ball. Far side of the floor, out to the top. Vucevic will try a 3 for the tie. Off the back rim, missed. The rebound controlled by VanVleet. Fred VanVleet up the floor. Lobs it off to Siakam. Siakam double teamed by Caruso and DeRozan. Pirtle moves it out to the left corner to Anunoby. Drives baseline. Anunoby contacted and gets fouled. Clock will stop with 7:44. 2 free throws coming up the line for OG here. For Toronto, we see that replay. It's a tough jumper off the turnaround. It was over LaVine that Pascal Siakam made, and then LaVine driving right to the rim scored on the last Chicago bucket. First shot is good for Anunoby. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to come on for future live streams. Missed free throw, tipped up to the corner. DeRozan saves it for Chicago. 7:35 left to go in the first. Bulls with a possession. LaVine bounce past DeRozan. Cuts, drives, throws it down with a right-handed finish. Slices defenders on the way, too, right at the rim with a right-handed teardown. Great assist there by Zach LaVine as DeRozan had a head full of steam. Right to the rim goes Siakam with a layup. 12-8, 7:10 remaining in the first. Chicago with the ball. LaVine, pro hop, bounce pass. He got it back from Beverly. Outside it goes to DeRozan. Steps into a 3. Missed too long off the back rim. Rebound controlled for Siakam. VanVleet up the floor. Bounce pass over to Anunoby. Jab step with a jumper. Missed off the mark. Rebound controlled by Beverly. Solid game so far. Hanging in right now for Chicago. 12-8. Both of these teams able to get some great looks and make them. Vucevic for 3. They're cold from 3. They've had the looks, they just haven't been able to send them down. There's another miss by Chicago by Vucevic. 6:25 left to go. Siakam stays with the dribble. Siakam inside. Kick out to the wing. Anunoby touch pass. Corner three. Scotty Barnes rips it through. That's good. Nice little touch pass right there by OG. 15-8. And a timeout taken on the floor by Chicago. Joe, welcome in. That's awesome. Congrats out to you. New grandbaby coming on the way right there. That's great. All right, first timeout of the game, 15-8. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We're on the first time out tonight. Yeah, they've been playing on constantly for a while. I believe it's under 7 minutes they have the first one. Yeah, I think it's under 7 minutes and then under 3 minutes in the quarter. Which they have been playing quite a bit for a while. So we're under that 6:18 mark and there was no stoppage. The Bulls have had the look so far in this game, just haven't been able to send down their threes. They're 0 for 5 right now from three-point range. Positive sign for the Raptors to come out and start making their threes. The bottom of the NBA this season in three-point shooting percentage. It's been the home team that's won every single one of these games in this series this year between Chicago and Toronto. Right now, Toronto with an edge. Caruso back from the timeout, cuts to the hoop, receives the pass, and he scores up and in off the glass for 2. Raptors with a possession. Barnes on the floor with VanVleet. Siakam, Pirtle, and Anunoby. Pirtle receives the pass at the free throw circle. Moves it out right corner to Siakam. Dribbles towards his left, guarded by Caruso. Lost the handle, turns it over. Patrick Williams comes out with a steal. Williams attacks inside the paint. Throws it down in transition with a right-handed finish. Siakam was closing in right from behind, but Williams able to soar up. Make his way right to the rim and throw it down with the right hand. 5.5 left to go in the first. The lob goes to Pirtle. At the left elbow, passes off to a cutter. Siakam lost it again. Turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for the Raptors. Bulls have it up the floor. LaVine backs his way to the left elbow. LaVine step back 3 in the air over Anunoby. Missed off the rim, and now they're 0 for 6 from three-point range. Raptors with the ball. Siakam at the free throw circle. Got pressured again. Working on Beverly. Spin move. His pass. And on the pass, he did get fouled. Beverly reaches in. The clock will stop with 5 minutes. A lot of really good plays so far in this game. Both of these teams, they know that their final playoff lives are right now on the line, and they are playing their hearts out in this game so far. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome to the stream. They're going to call it on the shot, actually. So Pascal Siakam will shoot 2 shots here at the free throw line. First one, no good. Gets charged to Beverly. Beverly picks up his first personal. Second shot, that one missed around the rim and out. Rebound controlled by Caruso, so they went empty that trip with a 3-point lead. Caruso, defended by Chris Boucher, first time on the floor tonight. Skip pass, left corner, Beverly up fake, gets past Barnes, moves it out to the top, over to Williams, dribbles up, takes the jumper, deep 2, missed off the back rim, and the rebound controlled by Boucher. So Boucher on the floor for the first time tonight, as Anunoby is on the bench currently. VanVleet called in the travel. Rizlin, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in from the Philippines. Chicago yet to turn it over so far. The Raptors getting antsy with the basketball. They just turned it over for the 3rd time tonight. .420 left to go in the first. DeRozan inside Akeem. Moves it out to Kobe White. Goes over to Vucevic as he backs his way. Low post. He puts it up and puts it through for Vooch. 1-point game now. Able to mount a comeback here for Chicago. They've been hanging in this game throughout the course of the night. Largest deficit was by 7. And VanVleet's shot goes well short. Refs are letting them play on tonight. No call once again. Bulls with a possession. They kick it out to the corner with DeRozan off to White. White, bounce pass down low. Vucevic works on Pirtle, floats up the shot, missed off the rim. VanVleet controls the defensive rebound. VanVleet looks to push it, attacks inside the paint, and got it deflected out of bounds by Caruso. Alex, welcome to the stream, man. We got 3:40 left to go in the first. It's going to be an inbound coming up here for Toronto. Up by 1. Caruso will check out of the game now for Chicago. Inbound underneath their hoop. VanVleet, the inbound passer, lobs it over to Anunoby. Corner 3 in the air. That's good. Fred VanVleet knocks down the 3. Three and a half left to go in the first. Big difference so far. Made 3s by Toronto. They've been able to make 3 threes so far. Bulls yet to make one so far. 0 for 6 from the perimeter. Hey, thanks so much for the follow there, Will. And a missed shot in the key by Toronto. Here goes Chicago with it. Ayo Dosunmu, first time on the floor tonight. Williams. And he gets called stepping on the bounds. Turnover, Chicago. And here comes Andre Drummond on the floor for the first time in this game for the Bulls. Or he is waiting, so he is waiting right now. The camera had him panned, but he is waiting to check into the game. So Drummond not yet on the floor, but he's at the scorer's table. 2:50 left to go in the first. Siakam, step back jumper, deep 2. Got it. Oh man, what a season he's had. 6-point lead for the Raptors. Chicago with the ball. Williams at the wing, moves it on top over to White. Passes towards his right to Williams, into the hands to Vucevic. Vucevic backs his way, low post on Pirtle at the right block. Vucevic inside the key, floats up the hook. Nice patience right there, able to drop it down for 2. 2:15 remaining in the first quarter. VanVleet top of the key. Toronto showing patience with their possession. VanVleet brings it double team. Bounce pass off the roll down. Pirtle swings it out to the wing. Open 3 for the Raptors. Skipped around and out. Missed by Anunoby. Defensive rebound hauled in by Vucevic. 2 minutes left to go. Chicago with a possession. Gets past one defender. DeRozan attacks. Downhill. Missed the layup. Great defense there by Toronto. A swarm of defenders as VanVleet comes up with a rebound. VanVleet up the floor past midcourt. Lobs it over to Siakam. Siakam backs his way at the low block. Bounce pass top of the key. Open 3. Catching fire. Fred VanVleet delivers. Tie for the largest lead tonight for the Raptors. 23-16. And once again, they lead by 7. VanVleet perfect. 2 for 2 from 3-point range. A really good sign to see for this Toronto team that they made 4 threes. Chicago been shut down, yet to make a 3 so far tonight. Williams missed the jumper at the right elbow. Rebound back to the Raptors, looking to see if they can respond. VanVleet drives, attacks, downhill to the cup. He scores with a right hand, up and in off the backboard. Fred VanVleet dribble drive penetration down the lane inside. Great start tonight by Toronto. They're in a 10-2 run last 3.5 minutes. 1 minute left to go in the first. DeRozan, spin move. DeRozan left hand. DeRozan drops it down, and one coming up at the free throw line for DeMar DeRozan. Big time bucket there as we'll take the media timeout on the floor. Both of these teams playing for quite a bit of time. 53 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Patience with these possessions so far has been the key to this game. Toronto shooting 50% from the floor, 10 for 20, 57% from 3 in the first quarter so far for the Raptors. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We take the time out. 53 seconds left. And yeah, feel free to hit us up in the chat who you guys like tonight in this game here. Chicago or Toronto. Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, both with 8 points tonight. They've combined to shoot the ball. 7 of 11 from the floor between those two. Having a great start. And yeah, a lot of tough shots made by both of those two players there. VanVleet just got a driving layup that he was able to work his way through multiple defenders. Pascal Siakam's been able to touch into the deep twos and knock down a lot of tough contested turnaround shots so far. Whereas Chicago, they've had the looks, just haven't been able to make their perimeter shots. They are stone cold tonight in this game. And that's what was a problem spot yesterday for the Heat. They were just stone cold. Shooting the ball, but they got torched on the glass in that game. Atlanta with Clint Capella, he just imposed his will last night in the glass. The Raptors +4 currently in the rebounding. 14-10 right now for Toronto with a rebounding edge. What's good, Seagull? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, hopefully a deep playoff run leading to the chip this year, man. We get back to action. DeRozan missed a free throw. They come up with an offensive rebound, though, and DeRozan just scored off his own putback. So back from the timeout, 45 seconds left to go. 5-point game. Raptors with a possession. VanVleet has it at the right wing. Takes the three. Makes the three for Fred VanVleet. Oh, what a night he's been having. He is sizzling tonight. Fred VanVleet on a mission, up to 11 points perfect. 3 for 3 from the floor in 12 minutes of action. Kick out to the corner from White to Williams. Williams, corner three, got it for Chicago. That's the first made three of the game finally for the Bulls. Chicago just won. They are just 1 of 8 from 3-point range. The Raptors currently 5 of 8 shooting from the perimeter. 10 seconds left to go in the first. VanVleet with 11 points has the possession. VanVleet slices defenders. VanVleet attacks. Eurostep. Got it blocked. DeSumo with the basketball. Pass ahead to Williams. Up the floor. Takes a three at the buzzer. Missed off the back rim. And we close out at the end of the first. 28 Toronto. 23 Chicago. Great start here for the home team. Fred VanVleet. More than a third of his team's points in the first quarter. 11 points. Shooting 4 for 8 from the floor. Perfect. 3 for 3 from 3-point range. And he's got a good amount of playoff experience for Fred VanVleet. Really showing so far in his playing game. Yeah, Toronto's played really well on their home floor this year. They're 27-14 in their home floor. They're just feeding off the energy of their fans. And this is a game that it's a massive game in terms of stakes, because you win, you keep your season going. If you lose, that's it, because it's a single game elimination game tonight. So we see clearly, compared to last night, the energy is pumped up, the energy is boosted with these two teams playing each other, because yesterday we did not see that with the Heat. The Heat clearly laid an egg yesterday. The Raptors just sizzling from the floor. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified back for future live streams here. So we just closed out at the end of the first quarter. Chicago just 1 for 8 from 3-point range, and that's been the problem so far in the game. They've had the looks, they just haven't been able to make their threes so far tonight for the Bulls. Toronto's got 4 out of the 5 starters scoring so far in the game. 11 points by VanVleet, 8 by Siakam, 5 by Scotty Barnes, and then 4 by Anunoby. For the Bulls, they've got 5 scores so far. 6 points by DeRozan, 6 points by Vucevic, 4 by LaVine. Off the bench, Patrick Williams got 5, 2 by Caruso. What's good, Uncle Pizzo? Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in again. Things going pretty well. Yeah, Vucevic missed two completely open threes for him. LaVine's missed 2 threes. Patrick Williams was the lone one who made a 3 for Chicago at the end of one. He was in the corner and he knocked it down. Yeah, I saw that. I was shocked that Minnesota took him into overtime last night. Probably going to be on Saturday, most likely Saturday night. most likely will be my next stream. Golden State against Sacramento for the first round. I'm off on Friday. I got a lacrosse game on Friday night. And then on Saturday afternoon, I got 2 games for baseball. Starting off the second quarter of action now. Chicago with a jumper to begin. At the rim, Precious Achiuwa couldn't finish. They get it back, though, for Toronto. Here's a 3 missed off the mark by Gary Trent. He'll take another one, missed again, and the rebound controlled by Drummond. DeRozan, bounce pass top of the key, Kobe White. White drives, attacks inside the paint. White, and he got it to drop. That's good. It's a 1-point game now. Good response, starting to get things in order here for Chicago to start off the second quarter much better. Siakam will slow it down for Toronto. Has it at the midcourt logo. Starts his dribble attack. Kick out to the corner. 3 in the air. OG missed off the back rim. Tipped up, and the rebound controlled by DeRozan. DeRozan will slow it down. Both of these teams methodical in their possession so far. Kobe White drives, floats it up over the top. Drummond snatches it. Drummond between 3 defenders. He scores up and in off the backboard. First lead of the night now for Chicago, 29-28. They'll be methodical with their possession. Siakam, step back jumper, 18-footer straight away. Swoosh. Pascal Siakam lighting it up with a deep 2. Siakam now up to 10. 2 players in double figures. 11 by VanVleet, the top scorer. LaVine, bounce pass down low. Drummond has position. Drummond got blocked from behind by Barnes. Toronto comes up with the ball. 9:45 left to go in the second. Trent moves it on top into the hands now of Siakam. Siakam dribbles towards his left, gives it over to Scotty Barnes. Barnes towards the corner, slices defenders with a right-handed layup. He scores up and in off the glass. Some really good moves in this game tonight. Ron, welcome to the stream. Joanne, thanks so much for stopping by again. 9:20 left to go before halftime. Both of these teams playing their hearts out because of a single game elimination tonight. DeMar DeRozan driving to the rim, and he will draw the foul. Yep, I remember Christmas Day with Jaylen Brown when he missed the free throws. Jaylen's the man. It's just he gets criticized all the time by the media. It's just been ridiculous. Like all the speculations that have him floating around constantly in all these trade discussions. I mean, the media just wrecking everything with their over analyzing that they do of all these crazy scenarios that's propelled by the media. Corner 3, that is made by OG Anunoby. He started off with a corner 3 to begin the game for Toronto. 35-31, under 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Anunoby with 7. Yeah, if it's anybody's fault in the Celtics, it would be Grant Williams out of all players. If the Celtics lose in the playoffs, Grant Williams is probably a major factor. Why? Because he wants to show Donovan Mitchell how to hit free throws and can't drill them. Gotta back up the talk. And that's Grant Williams is like he's taken a step back like second part of this year for him. He's taken a big step back. First shot missed at the free throw line for Chicago. They'll shoot 2 with Zach LaVine. Second shot's good. Barnes brings it up the floor. It's been a close game all throughout. Largest lead 7 by Toronto. Barnes at the free throw circle. Gives it over to Anunoby, back into the hands of Barnes. Barnes at the top, dribbles towards his right. Makes the pass over to Siakam. Siakam dribbles up to the elbow, guarded by Drummond. Takes the deep 2, high arcing, missed off the side of the rim. And it goes out of bounds. Yeah, so one of the things when I checked the schedule about the Celtics, they put one of the games on NBA TV, which is so weird. They put that game on Tuesday night over on NBA TV. Missed the layup by LaVine. Corner 3 in the air. That's a miss off the mark for Toronto by Trent Jr. Able to come up with an offensive rebound. That was spin move. Siakam dump off down low with the right hand. They score up and off the glass. That's a make by Precious Achiuwa. Really good teamwork down low in this game for Toronto. Bulls with a possession. LaVine. Stop and pop. Takes the jumper. Got called in the travel. Turnover. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's a physical game. Both of these teams are coming out and they're just getting buckets at the rim in today's game. Toronto's been able to make a lot of shots. Raptors with the ball. 7:40 left to go in the second. Pirtle. Hand off to Barnes. They've got a lot of space to operate. Here's a 3, Siakam. And no good as it settled at the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Yeah, Toronto's got a good chunk of space to operate tonight. Chicago has been able to have the looks. They just haven't been able to knock down their shots. That's been the difference so far. One team is hot so far in the first half, making 43% of their threes. The other team's making just 12.5%. That's a no for Carlik Jones. Yeah, wouldn't expect them to get like any sort of playing time in a game as big as the stakes are for this game. Lob got deflected and intercepted. Scotty Barnes came up with a steal. Anunoby kick out to the corner. It goes from Siakam to Anunoby on top. Barnes moves it out to his left to Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. going to slow it down. 7 minutes left to go. Handoff from Pirtle. Trent Jr. steps into a jumper. Got it. 18-footer straight away. Top of the free throw circle for GTJ on the board for 2 now for the Raptors. Under 7 minutes left to go before halftime. Chicago's only attempted 5 shots this quarter. Toronto has attempted 12. Chicago needs to settle it down with a basketball. They've turned it over quite a bit here in the second quarter. Kobe White in the key. Makes the pass over to Vucevic. Dumps it down low. LaVine cuts and scores with a left-handed layup. Vucevic gets the assist. LaVine's up to 7. There's been nobody able to break out tonight in this game. Barnes had it poke loose from behind. They'll keep it, though, for the Raptors. It goes out of bounds. We'll take the media timeout right here. 6:19 left to go before halftime as we will take the media break of action in this one. This game's gone by fast so far. Not many fouls. Not many clock stoppages at all. It's been one of these games that both of these teams are just jacking up shots. Toronto's been able to get the better looks tonight from the floor. They've been able to make the most out of their opportunities too. They're just feeding off of that energy so far. Yeah, both of these teams have had great defensive numbers. It hasn't been like overall the best defensive game in terms today, especially what the Raptors have done. They've come out, lit up the points on the board. It's just both of these teams play slower tempo. That's why they're not running up the floor constantly on each other. They're just slowing down the basketball every single possession. And usually a lot of these teams that we see are just running up the floor. That's why the scoring's up this year. It's just rocketed way up. Both of these teams been at the bottom of the league in scoring, though. So we got around 6:19 before halftime currently. The difference maker that we see so far in this game has been right from the start, the three-point shooting. Fred VanVleet's come out. He set the tone in tonight's matchup here for Toronto. Perfect 3 for 3 from the perimeter. Toronto +5 in the glass, 19 of 14, but they're 6 of 14 from 3. Whereas the Raptors are just 1 for 8 from perimeter shooting. Yeah, that's brutal for Houston. You get a once-in-a-lifetime type player that can alter the franchise, and they go from last to 14th in the West. Yikes. We get back to action. Jumper is good coming out of the timeout. It's a 3 made by the Raptors. 8-point lead now for Toronto, 42-34. With 6 minutes left to go. Chicago able to respond with a 3. Down low, Scotty Barnes has position, scores up and in off the glass. Chicago just trying to see if they can match it right here. Kobe White turns the corner. White drives on. Pirtle scores with a right-handed layup. Now we're starting to get scoring action in here. Back-to-back buckets. 4 in a row. Kobe White up to 7. Just the 3s outweighing the 2s at this point in this game for Toronto. Out the left corner, it goes to Siakam. Siakam inside, floats up the shot over Caruso, and he got contacted and fouled. Siakam will head to the free throw line, shoot 2. Clock will stop with 5:06. Pascal Siakam, 13 points tonight. He's the top scorer in the game so far. Gonna shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one is good. What's good? Woody in the stream. Welcome in. Yeah, this has been a solid game so far by the Raptors. Second shot by Siakam. Right down the middle. They've been solidly efficient tonight in this game for Toronto. The scoring numbers on the board might not speak for itself, but this has been a slower paced type of game with these two offenses in terms of tempo. Beverly Well, Jack a 3 off the rim, missed. Rebound controlled by VanVleet. VanVleet pass midcourt, lobs it off to Siakam. Siakam at the right elbow, backs his way. Siakam, turn around, tough jumper. Oh, he hits it. Pascal Siakam, deep 2, drills it. Siegel with a dono. Let's get that dono hype on the stream for Siegel. You the legend, brother. Really appreciate it, man. Kobe White, pressured as he dribbles back out to the top of the key. White crossover, drives inside the paint. White floats a ball, wild shot, gutted a drop though. Up and in off the glass for 2 by Kobe White. 7-point game, down to 4:10 left to go before halftime. VanVleet will slow it down. At the left wing, Barnes lobs it over to Siakam. Siakam having a stellar game so far. Backs his way on White, has a mismatch, turn around. Oh, he drills another one. Pascal Siakam, man, have a game. Top score tonight goes to Siakam, up to 19 in the first half, 8 for 11 shooting. White, Vucevic to the corner. Here's a 3, missed by Chicago, by Beverly. Tipped over and a rebound controlled by Toronto. They attack inside the paint. Oh, they gutted the drop, +1. OG Anunoby takes to the distance, plus the foul. I think, or they're going to call it offensive. They will. So check that. They will call it offensive foul by Anunoby. Yeah, DeRozan takes the charge. That is offensive by Anunoby. That's a tough call right there. Really tough. Ooh, DeRozan was moving a little bit. Yeah, he was moving a little bit too. Wow, that's just close right there. The fans thought it was a blocking foul. Chicago pointing in the other direction. Chicago got it. So Chicago got the call, so they took away the 2 points off the board. Woody, thanks so much for the dono. You guys the legends here in the stream. Missed shot by Chicago, able to get the offensive rebound, and DeRozan puts it up and through the second time. 50-43. 3:15 remaining before halftime. VanVleet torses right around the perimeter. VanVleet double teamed by DeRozan and Vucevic. Bounce pass over to Pirtle. Passes behind the defense and couldn't finish off the rim. It's a blocking foul though. This will send 2 free throws coming up for Toronto as Vucevic picks up the blocking foul. This will be Anunoby coming up to the free throw line to shoot 2. The first one he missed off the mark. We will have a timeout taken on the floor. So 3:07 left to go. Looks like they're going to split the free throws, and it's going to be a timeout here on the floor taken by Chicago. Hey, you the legend, Siegel. Really appreciate it, man. For the dono, you guys are awesome here on the channel. 50-43 right now. Pascal Siakam taking over this game, 19 points by Siakam in 19 minutes so far, hitting tough shot after tough shot, turnaround for deep 2 after deep 2. 11 points by Fred VanVleet. DeMar DeRozan up to 12. They just got to get more players to break out for the Bulls. After that, 9 points by Kobe White. Zach LaVine with just 7 so far tonight. They've been stone cold from 3-point range, and that was basically the Heat season in a nutshell this season. Last in the NBA in 3-point shooting. Tonight, Chicago just stone cold. Chicago is right there at the bottom of the NBA when it comes to 3-point shooting this season, and that's what's cost them tonight. The Raptors have made 7 out of 15 threes. Jason, what's good? Welcome back in the stream. Hope all went well for your birthday there, brother. Hey, there we go. My tortoise getting some love there on the internet. Yeah, he hasn't been able to get any content posted though for him. Yeah, I remember back like 3 years ago. I feel like this year's playoff crowd on the channel is going to be much smaller than it was in the past. Because I see there's like a ton of streamers now that's doing the same thing. Live reaction, play-by-play stuff. There's so many new streamers that have started like recently. Yeah, you guys might be able to see tops coming soon. So quick update here on next week's streams. Next week I'm actually on vacation, but I'm hoping to cover some games when I am away if they do have like the television channel out there for the game. So I'll be away for half of next week. But you might see the tortoise because we're going to take the tortoise up to where we are for next week, so you might see him come out. We get back to action, 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Vucevic takes the hook and he drops it through with the low right block. Yeah, that should be a good game. That's my next planned stream that I hope to cover. Will be Golden State against Sacramento Saturday night. So I'm off on Friday. I got a game that I'm covering for lacrosse on Friday night. And then Saturday I got baseball doubleheader for 2 games for a college baseball doubleheader Saturday afternoon, which they put the Celtics game on in the middle of the afternoon, which is unfortunate. My honest opinion, I would like to see like any type of Celtics game in the playoff for me so I can catch my team to be at night, because usually on like a Saturday I'm usually out during the afternoon or so, but hoping to come on back to cover Golden State against Sacramento. I should be back by 8:30 that night. VanVleet missed a jumper, another chance missed off the mark by the Raptors by Will Barton, and the third chance Scotty Barnes came up with it and Barnes got fouled. We got 1:58 remaining. Yeah, so I got a couple animals that I introduced. I remember the March Madness stream that we did last month. The one I did in my living room with Arkansas against Illinois. I brought in the neighbor's golden retriever into the stream, Nico. So yeah, if you didn't see that one, the neighbor's golden retriever, Nico, came into the stream when I covered Illinois against Arkansas for the tournament. Both of the shots good at the line for Scotty Barnes. 53-45, 150 left to go before half. DeRozan has it at the midcourt logo. DeRozan guarded by Will Barton. Pass out to his left to White. Moves it out to the corner of Vucevic. Vucevic thought to pass it down low. Got called him to travel though. So he took an extra step after he went into a passing motion. Then he pivoted back and then took that step. So he got caught into that motion. Haven't seen a bunch of turnovers tonight. That's number 5 tonight by Chicago. 4 in the first half for Toronto. And a lot of those turnovers were early on by the Raptors. 1.5 minutes left to go before halftime. Pirtle, lob, down low, catches it. Siakam, up fake, and Siakam will draw the foul. So 1:31 left to go now on the clock. And Siakam now in the bonus will shoot 2. Two shots here by Siakam. First one missed around the rim. He's the top scorer tonight with 19. 19 by Siakam, 11 by VanVleet, 11 by Barnes. Chicago's got to get other players going. That's been the issue tonight. 12 by DeRozan. After that, 8 points by Vucevic. Kobe White's actually the number 2 scorer off the bench. Kobe White with 9, but Zach LaVine's only got 7. Second free throw by Siakam. That's good. Pascal Siakam, 20 points. By far, he's been the best player tonight. This is a single game elimination tonight. Winner this game will face the Heat on Friday night. Loser this game gets eliminated. Jumper for the mid-range. Missed off the front rim, no good for Chicago by Patrick Williams. Raptors with possession. Scotty Barnes has it at the free throw circle. Attacks on Caruso, moves it out to the wing. VanVleet up fake, push out to the top. Siakam drives inside the key. Siakam floats it off the glass, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pirtle. So this will be Chicago basketball down to the final minute left to go before halftime. Chicago looking for urgency here. LaVine with 7. LaVine missed the layup going backdoor. Goes right back to the Raptors. VanVleet outside Pirtle. Gives it over to the low block now to Siakam. Siakam backs his way on Caruso. Siakam triple teamed inside the key. His pass got stolen away. Patrick Williams with a steal. Now in transition goes over to LaVine, and that time he scores with a layup. So backdoor works the second time around in that favor. Zach LaVine up to 9. 35 seconds left to go before halftime. VanVleet drives inside the key. Dish out to the corner. Open 3 on Anunoby. Missed off the side of the rim. And we get a foul here. The rebound is picked up by Chicago. So this will stay here. It'll be Toronto free throws coming up. Wow, that's a critical call going against the Bulls. So 2 free throws here at the line for Toronto. Jakob Poeltl shooting 2, and the first one he missed. They just have more of a scoring punch in this Raptors team. They have 6 guys that scoring double figures this season on average, whereas Chicago's got just 4. And a lot of the Chicago players have taken a big step down this year to previous years. Zach LaVine a couple of years ago was scoring above 27. He's only scoring around 24 this season. And last year, DeRozan too. He was scoring above 27. This year, scoring around 24. Poeltl will shoot the second one. And Poeltl makes it. So they got Jakob Poeltl from the trade deadline from San Antonio. And yesterday, Saddiq Bey really played a critical role for Atlanta last night. Atlanta got him at the trade deadline from Detroit. That's 2 teams at the bottom battling for the first lottery pick of this year's draft that they traded away a key player, but both of those players playing a critical impact so far in this game. There's Poeltl. He comes up with a block. Out to the corner. Vucevic with a 3. It's a shot clock violation right before halftime. Jakob Poeltl. Great block right there to stay with it. Down inside the key and force the shot clock violation. Yeah, he denies Patrick Williams. Oh, that ball went out of bounds. The referees did not call that. The ball went out of bounds unless the shot clock expired before the ball went out of bounds. Because there was an extra pass in there by Chicago, but either way, it's Toronto basketball. Inbound, VanVleet. Half-court 3 at the buzzer. Oh, he hits it. Fred VanVleet, bang, bang. Drills the 3 from the half-court logo. Contested, baby. And we go into halftime. We the North rocking in the first half for the Raptors. North of the border, they lead 58-47 at halftime. Double teamed at the logo. Fred VanVleet, baby. What a first half. Lights out. Rip down the 3. Oh, yeah, through the shoot it goes in the 3. What a first half for the North. 58-47, we enter halftime. Fred VanVleet, that was sensational. Incredible. A contested 3 off the inbound with 2 seconds left to go. Took it at the logo as he was double teamed and drilled the 3. That is wild. He's been spot on tonight. Him and Siakam right now lights out in that first half. 20 points by Siakam, 14 by VanVleet. VanVleet 4 for 5 from 3-point range. Scotty Barnes with 11. It's just more firepower punch with the offense here for the Raptors that we've seen in this game. And if you can't make a three, then it's going to be tough to contend. And right now, Chicago is 24 minutes away from going home because they cannot simply make a three tonight. They're 2 of 11 from three-point range, and the Raptors' threes at this rate just outweighing the twos by Chicago. Chicago's shooting a percentage point better than Toronto, 47.7% to 46.7%. But when you drill 8 threes and the other team drills 2, it's going to be tough for the team that can't make their shots from the perimeter tonight. And plus, the Raptors are plus 9 in the glass, 26-17. Rob, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in. What a start here for Toronto. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. As we go into halftime currently. This is the largest lead of the game right now. So an 11-point lead by the Raptors. This is the largest lead they've got tonight. They got all the momentum going into halftime, starting off the second half. That big three gives them all the momentum. Hey, there you go, Siegel. See how many comments you get for that. This has been an electric game so far. A lot of high-quality shot making. They're showing DeRozan's dunk that he sliced multiple defenders and tore it down with the right hand. That was not the play of the first half with DeRozan's dunk, but they just showed that on the screen for a highlight clip. The play of the first half was the last one. Fred VanVleet with a buzzer beater 3. Just phenomenal. Repping Canada for Rob. Thanks so much for joining in, finding the channel. Really appreciate it for being a part of the stream tonight, man. Yeah, the odds looking really good tonight for the Raptors. It's been the home teams won every single game that they've played between these two teams this year. Toronto's 2-1 against Chicago. Toronto's won both of the games on their home floor. Chicago won the game that they played on their home court for the Bulls. But yeah, they're bringing up that graphic right now. That's the clear-cut difference in this game so far. The ability to make a three, which is the Raptors tonight, 8 for 19, 42% from three. From the team that's unable to make a three tonight, Chicago, just 2 for 11 at 18%. And yeah, it's just more scoring punch in this game for Toronto tonight. They got 3 guys in double figures. Siakam with 20. Siakam's 8 for 12 shooting. 14 by VanVleet, 5 of 10 from the floor, 4 or 5 from three-point range, 11 points by Scotty Barnes. Those 3 looking great. It's a great sign to see Scotty Barnes with 11 at halftime for the Raptors. Plus VanVleet able to be efficient, making 80% of his threes in the first half. He only shot around 34% from the perimeter this season. And then DeRozan is the only one tonight that's been able to show up. 12 points by DeRozan, 5 for 10 shooting. After that, LaVine's got 9. And then 8 by Vucevic. They really got to step up, though, because those guys got higher averages than most of the Raptors players, but just haven't been able to go off in that first half. Kobe White's got 9. They got more of like a lot more defensive options on their team now, and not really known to be like scoring threats that they have. They got like multiple defensive options. Caruso, Beverly, Patrick Williams. But those guys aren't known to put up a good chunk of points on the board. Pat Beverly's playing tonight, so he got the start. He's yet to score, though. He's 0 for 4 in 13 minutes. Yo, welcome in Ryan on the stream. Glad to have you guys join back in once again. It's been a really good game tonight. This is the largest lead right now. 11-point lead for Toronto. Everything else was single digits. Raptors just feeding off that energy. That home court energy has got them just pumped up. And they got everything going into the second half. They got all the momentum right now. Yeah, so right now we're just at halftime. Feel free to let us know who you guys like in this one tonight. Bulls or Raptors. Right now it's actually the Bulls who got the votes currently. 65% by Chicago right now on the voting. So we'll see if they can get back into this game. Just been an incredibly disappointing season for Chicago considering all the big name players that they have on the team, and it just hasn't been able to pan out this year. Yeah, Chicago really struggling tonight from 3-point range. And the thing about the league now is that the scoring numbers have just rocketed up. So we've seen a good chunk of guys average over 30 this season. Got a bunch of guys in the 20s this season, 25 plus points per game. And then Chicago, with their key players, they've just not been able to take the step up offensively this year for them. Their numbers have dropped from previous years with LaVine, DeRozan, Vucevic, all those guys. The numbers just dropped from what it was previous years. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I'll end the poll actually right now. So I just ended it because I wasn't sure if it was having one option there. So I log in from the computer, so I get both of the options there, but I don't know if it's like different on the devices or so, like a smaller device like a smartphone, if it came up with just one option because it's like a smaller screen. So I don't know. So yeah, I just ended that for now. Yeah, they had a 65% pick Chicago. They're really going to have to just step up offensively if they want to take this one. Down by 11, there's still time, but thing is that they haven't been able to make their shots, especially from the perimeter in this game. So, quick update for you guys. Next stream I plan on covering will be on Saturday. It's going to be Saturday night between Golden State and Sacramento. I'm off this Friday. This Friday I got a lacrosse game I'm covering for college at nighttime, so I won't be able to cover Friday night's playing games. And then I'm out during the afternoon this Saturday covering a doubleheader for baseball in the afternoon. So unfortunately, won't be able to cover the Celtics game here because I was waiting to cover that for weeks finally to get a Celtics stream, but it's going to have to wait a little bit more. And then on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or actually, yeah, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'll be away on vacation with my family. We're coming back Wednesday morning. We're leaving. It's like a 5.5-hour drive to where we're going or so. So I don't know if I'll be live on those days, but it all depends on like if I'm able to find like a table in the hotel room to get me like a setup, and then plus I have to make sure that I have the channel and proper internet speeds in order to do the game over at the hotel. So I'm gonna bring up my streaming equipment if I'm able to do it. I believe the channel should be able to come in over there. Either it's TNT or ESPN that will have it, but I'll bring up my streaming equipment if I'm able to do it. And plus, I'm going to have to share the TV too with my family, since we're all on vacation together. If so, it would just be the whatever games at like either 7 or 8, because we're out during the day on tours throughout the day on those days. Yeah, at least Ed Cooley ain't going to English class. So yeah, the stream setting might look entirely different on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday upcoming, just for a heads up. I don't know if there's NBA TV at the hotel. There should definitely be ESPN. There most likely will be TNT. I doubt they'd have NBA TV for the Celtics Hawks game on Tuesday. I actually don't have that channel myself over here. That's a premium channel that I believe is pay-per-view, or with League Pass you can get it too. Just weird that they put that game on NBA TV, because I can't tell you the last time that the Celtics played a playoff game and it got put on the NBA TV. Never my recent memory of streaming, because I've been able to access those games via ESPN or TNT, but for the first round, they put a Celtics game against the Hawks on Tuesday night. I believe it's a 7 o'clock start time, and it's going to be on NBA TV for the channel. We get back to action, start of the third quarter about to begin, and Caruso turns it over in the key in the first possession for Chicago. Toronto with their first possession. Fred VanVleet, 14 points, made a buzzer beater at midcourt, bounce pass down low, he finds Jakob Poeltl with a layup. Fred VanVleet picks off where he left off. It's the largest lead for Toronto by 13. That's now 12 points off turnovers scored tonight by the Raptors. LaVine at the Scotiabank logo. Dribbles up to the elbow, swings it on top. Vucevic, open three, and they cannot make a three. Missed off the back rim too long. Raptors come up with a rebound. Siakam backs his way to the left elbow. Siakam lost it, working on Caruso. Caruso gets called in the reach and foul. The clock will stop with 11:02. Caruso cannot believe the call. Yeah, he's talking to the official about the call right there. He cannot believe it as he got called in the reach in. Yeah, oh yeah, that's clear. Slapping from behind. He slapped the arm of Siakam. Yeah, he slapped the arm of Siakam, who was backing his way so he could get a hold on that ball. So he took a risk, and the official was right there, and he clearly saw it. 11 minutes left to go in the third. Chicago down to the final 23 minutes of action to see if they can save their season. Poeltl passing over to a cutter, throwing it down, two-handed jam. It's OG Anunoby with a two-handed flush. Jakob Poeltl with an assist. Anunoby cuts baseline to the hole. Now it's a 15-point lead for the Raptors as they put it to their largest lead tonight. 10:35 left to go. Chicago not urgent with the basketball either. Shot clock is already down to 10. At the left wing perimeter, DeRozan, kick out to the corner. Caruso with a three, missed off the front rim. Poeltl secures the defensive rebound. And Caruso, just with 2 points tonight, was the player who took the three. VanVleet inside the key. Swings it out to the wing. Open three on Anunoby. Off the back rim, miss. Tipped up, and the rebound controlled by Vucevic. LaVine with possession. Approaching the 10-minute mark left to play in the third. LaVine at the free throw circle, bounce pass, stole away. Anunoby jumps the route, intercepts it, attacks on LaVine, and Anunoby gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line with 10 minutes left to go. The Raptors looking to extend and put themselves up even further. What's good, D. Wade? Welcome to the stream, bud. Glad to have you back in. Yeah, I saw Lakers able to sneak their way past the T-Wolves last night in OT. 2 shots here at the free throw line for OG. First one, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. And Chicago will burn a timeout right here, so they will split the free throws. This is way too early to take a timeout. The Bulls down to 4 timeouts left. Alright, so 15-point lead for the Raptors as it keeps on drifting upwards even further. This has just been a dreadful game for the Bulls tonight. They were hanging in at first. They were right with Toronto, and Toronto led as many by 7 throughout most of this game, and then they drilled a 3 at half court by VanVleet to take an 11-point lead, and now they've put it all the way up to 15. Yeah, they put the Celtics against the Hawks on Tuesday on the NBA TV. I'm gonna see if I can get up the schedule, what they got going on for like games that's not on either ESPN or TNT that they put on NBA TV, because they do a couple of those for the playoffs. What's good, Andres? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so they got the Hawks and the Celtics on NBA TV on Tuesday. And then they got the Bucks against the play-in game winner between the Heat versus tonight's winner on NBA TV. They got the Suns and Clippers on Thursday, April 20th on NBA TV at 10:30 p.m. Wow. So they got 3 games for the playoffs that they put on NBA TV. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. So right now we're just on a timeout. We got 10 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Chicago's starting to be a no-show as this game's really just slipping right away from the Bulls right now. Yeah, 6 players averaging above 30 points per game this season. That's tied for the most players averaging above 30 points per game in NBA season history. So 10 minutes remaining. Anunoby will shoot 1 more at the line. And that's good. So they extend it further. It's a 16-point lead. Anunoby with 10. Just searching for answers here for Chicago. They're doing possessions deep into their shot clock. DeRozan takes a jumper with 12 in the shot clock. Got it blocked by Anunoby. Into the hands of VanVleet now with the basketball. Off to Barnes. Euro-step attacks inside the paint. Missed the layup. Off the glass too strong as it goes back to Chicago. Beverly. Outside it goes to Vucevic. Into the hands now of LaVine. Kick out to the corner. Beverly up fake. Drives baseline. Beverly swings it on top off to DeRozan. DeRozan attacks downhill and he lost it out of bounds. That is a turnover by DeMar DeRozan in traffic right there as he lost it out of bounds. They will get it back, actually. So the referees say that it was Toronto who last touched it out of bounds. Inbound to the corners. That's a missed 3 by Chicago. 9:10 left to go. VanVleet steps into a 3. Right down the middle, he drills it. Fred VanVleet, baby. What a night he has had. Oh, man. What a game for Fred. 17 points. Him and Siakam have gone off tonight, combining for 37 total of the 66. And LaVine gets the layup, plus the foul at the tail end. It's picked up by Pirtle. Man, that 3 is very well. It could be the dagger early on in this game. We still got a lot of game left to go. Just around under 9 minutes left to play in this third quarter. But that 3 certainly could be a early sign of a dagger in this game right now. Chicago just keeps on struggling to make their shots. 1 shot here at the line for LaVine, and that's good. 16-point lead. Under 9 minutes left to play in the third. Sorry to hear that, Siegel. Thanks so much for joining in, man. And enjoy the rest of your night. I'll catch you back later. VanVleet dribbles up to the elbow. Bounce pass off the roll down. Pirtle slices defenders. He scores in the left-handed layup. Fred VanVleet doing everything tonight. That time playmaking. 17, 7, and 5. And a steal by Siakam. Out to VanVleet at the wing. VanVleet will slow it down. 15 in the shot clock. Over to Siakam. Siakam attacks. Floats of the shot. Missed off the glass. Vucevic with a defensive board. Approaching the 8-minute mark left to go in the third. Kobe White on the floor with DeRozan, Vucevic, Williams, and LaVine. Vucevic backs his way. Low block. Vucevic down low and Siakam. Got blocked by Siakam. That's a clean block into the hands to Pirtle. VanVleet up the floor will slow it down. VanVleet drives inside the paint, spin move, and he'll draw the reach in. That's charged to Kobe White. The clock will stop with 7:46. Seagull with a dono. Thanks so much, brother. You guys the legends in the channel. Vaughn, welcome back in. After this, I'll be back on Saturday. I hope to cover the Kings against the Warriors on Saturday. So feel free to join in for that game. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That's quite weird recording on the bus. Yeah, just a quick update for you guys. I'll be off on Friday. I got a lacrosse game at night, so no stream on Friday. I'll be off most of the Saturday afternoon. I got a doubleheader for baseball on Saturday, so I won't be back until later at night. Yeah, that should be a great game, Kings and Warriors. And then I'm going away starting Sunday. I'm on vacation with my family Sunday to Wednesday. I'm going to bring up my streaming equipment, but I'm not sure like what channels the hotel will have and like what the internet connection will be out at the hotel or so. So just make sure to ring the notification bell if I'm back live on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. It would just be one game, whatever's in the time slot for like 7 or 8 o'clock would be whatever games are in that time slot or so, because we're on tours throughout the day on Sunday, and then, yeah, throughout the day on Monday and Tuesday, we're away most of the day, and we get back. Both of these teams bricking shots last couple possessions. VanVleet down inside the key, and he draws contact by White going up in the shooting motion. And VanVleet will shoot 2 at the line. Just been a brick fest from 3-point range tonight for Chicago. 2 of 15 from 3. Fred VanVleet will shoot 2 at the line. VanVleet with 17 points. 6:53 left to play in the third. The first one is no good. Second shot. That is good. 19-point lead, under 7 minutes left to play. Third quarter. They're just 10 for 20 at the free throw line tonight. That's exactly like the Hawks last night. The Hawks missed, I think, like 10 free throws, and they still were able to win by double digits. The Bulls with it. DeRozan inside the key, sneaks around, floats it off the glass, and scores. Gonna need a bunch more than that, though, as the threes are just outweighing the twos tonight. Here's VanVleet off the mark, miss. Might have got it altered down low. Goes right back to Chicago. The Bulls with it. Euro step to DeRozan. Kick out to the corner. LaVine up fake. LaVine drives baseline. LaVine floats it up. He drops it through. +1 coming up at the free throw line for Zach LaVine. 6:20 left to go. Starting to use urgency. Targeting Siakam right there, who picked up the blocking foul. So one shot by LaVine, and that's good. 14-point game. Still a long way to come back in this game, considering the pace of tonight's game, and plus the threes of Toronto just outweighing the twos all throughout the course of the night. Anunoby puts one through the key with the right hand off the turnaround, scores. Fred VanVleet tagging up the assist number tonight. 18 points, 8 rebounds, and now up to 6 assists. And Patrick Williams throwing it down right next to Pirtle. Jammed it down with a two-handed flush. Enver, welcome back in. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, an odd playoffs not seeing Luka this year. Sorry to hear for your Mavs there, man. Scotty Barnes working on DeRozan. There was contact down low, and we got a whistle here and a foul picked up on the floor. Ethan, welcome back in, man. Yeah, Fred VanVleet, by the way, he hit a buzzer beater at midcourt, contested by 2 players, made a midcourt buzzer beater at the logo to go into halftime. He's been shooting the ball lights out tonight. First shot, missed off the mark by Barnes. So Barnes drew the foul from DeRozan. Nobody in foul trouble tonight for the Raptors. Everybody with 2, 1, or 0. Right now for Chicago, Caruso's got 3. Kobe White's got 3. Second shot is good for Barnes. 15-point lead, 5.5 left to go. 4 players double figures for the Raptors. Barnes up to 14. 20 by Siakam. 18, 8, and 6 by VanVleet. 11 by Anunoby. Williams swings it out to the wing. Here's a 3 by Caruso. Halfway down, no good. Rolled around the rim and out. Able to get the putback, though, at 72-59. 5 minutes left to go. Over to VanVleet. VanVleet has it inside the key. Bounce pass over to Siakam. Rises for the J. Deep 2. Got it. Pascal Siakam, man, he's just been unstoppable tonight. 22 points, top scorer in the game, 9 of 14. Under 5 minutes left to play in the third. DeRozan outside, deflected, intercepted by Siakam. Down the far side of the floor, they got numbers 3-on-2. Euro step by Anunoby with the left hand. He finishes up and off the glass for 2 more. Just taking control of it. The home teams won every single game of this season series this year. Toronto 2-1. Against the Bulls. And they are looking to put this season series to sleep, make it 3-1. Vucevic jumper, baseline, drills it. Just above 4 minutes left to play. VanVleet up the floor. VanVleet at the wing, guarded by Vucevic. Dribbles towards the edge of the midcourt logo. Passes over to Anunoby at the wing. Gives it out to the free throw circle to Pirtle. Pirtle powers his way down low on the Williams. Lost the handle, turned it over. Kobe White comes out with a steal under 4 minutes left to play. Chicago looking for urgency here. Deep jumper, that's a tough miss. No good off the front by DeRozan, and he picks up the reach and fall in the backcourt as he knocks down VanVleet. That's just a bad possession in general right there by DeMar DeRozan. Takes a contested deep 2J, missed off the front rim, and then goes up for the rebound and knocks down VanVleet, who had secured it already. So 2 free throws coming up at the line for VanVleet. 3:46 left to go. They're in the bonus. And DeRozan's on the bench currently. So DeRozan right now gets a breather on the bench. First shot is good by VanVleet. DeRozan now with 3. So DeRozan's the top scorer tonight for Chicago. He's got 16, just picked up his 3rd personal foul. 15 by LaVine, and then 10 points, 11 rebounds by Vucevic. Second shot, VanVleet, missed around the rim and out. Toronto shot the ball poorly tonight at the free throw line. Doesn't matter. 12 of 24 at the free throw line. Usually that costs you. Tonight, no problem. Up by 16. Vucevic, right block, working on Pirtle. Moves it over to White. White, pro hop inside the key. Swings it out to the wing. Here's a 3 at the left wing. Missed off the mark by Patrick Williams. They are bricking 3s left and right. VanVleet drives, had a poke loose from behind, and it went out of bounds. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We've got 3:18 left to go in the third. Inbound Toronto. Get that out of there. Huge rejection by Patrick Williams as he denies the jumper at the baseline. This will stay Raptors ball. Toronto will get the inbound. Siakam, the inbound passer. Siakam lobs it over to Boucher at the right corner. Out to the top it goes to Pirtle. Pirtle, dribble drive, attack inside the paint, dribbles right back. Hand off, Siakam, tough jumper. Around and out, rebound controlled by Vucevic. 3 minutes left to play in the third. Caruso. Hand off, Vucevic, dribbles up to the elbow. Passes back outside to White. White defended by Gary Trent Jr. Off to Vucevic, jumper, missed off the mark, tipped up. Caruso saves it though in the corner, off the Vucevic spin move. Has it, we get a reach and foul. The clock will stop with 2:45. It's picked up by Pirtle. All right, timeout on the floor here. Just a commanding lead right now for the Raptors. 77-61. Just seems like Chicago's been all out of it. Like, their twos cannot reach the threes tonight, but the Raptors. What's good? King in the stream. Welcome in. Yeah, crazy to imagine. Like, they had just a disastrous start, and here they are surging at the right moment. I thought they would have crushed the T-Wolves yesterday, but still able to win games, and that's the big key, is just finding ways to win at this point. Tonight, the Bulls have not done that. 2 for 17 from three-point range for Chicago. That's not going to win too many games when it comes down to the playoffs, and this is a single-game elimination tonight, so this is it. Chicago's down to their final 14 minutes and 45 seconds right now in this game. Got 2:45 left to go in the third. And the Raptors have cooled off recently from three-point range. The Raptors right now 9 of 23 from 3. That number was above 43% going into halftime. They've cooled off a little bit. It's been basically going more to the paint and getting to the line here in the second half. But either way, it's been a low-scoring third quarter. Nevertheless, 19-14. This has just been a game of pace tonight with both teams that don't push the pace up the floor. Like, both of these teams have just like slowed down the pace, and especially when you get into the turnover struggles, that just cuts right into the problems, makes it even harder. The Bulls tonight -3 in the turnovers. 9 turnovers by Chicago, which isn't a lot. The Raptors just got 6. So yeah, if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I'll probably post on the community tab tomorrow when I plan on being back live. I think the next time will be on Saturday night. The Kings against the Warriors for the first game of that series at 8:30. I'll be out on Friday night, so unfortunately won't have any of the playing games for the 8 seed on Friday night. I'm out most of the day on Saturday for a baseball doubleheader. And then the streams will look a lot different if I do go live on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I'll be away on vacation those days. Back from the timeout. We got 2:42 left to go. Zach LaVine at the free throw line for Chicago. First one is good. Yeah, so whoever has the better regular season record gets the home court advantage in the playoffs for the finals. LaVine makes the second one. So it goes by record for the NBA Finals. Top of the free throw circle, it is Partle who hands it off to VanVleet. VanVleet with the basketball, top of the key. 6 in the shot clock. VanVleet, bounce pass, left baseline dribble, it goes to Barnes. Barnes dribbles inside the key with a right-handed hook. Tough shot, missed off the front rim, and the rebound controlled by the Bulls. LaVine, guarded by VanVleet. VanVleet called on the reach and foul. The clock will stop with 2:14. This will send Zach LaVine to the free throw line. So chipping back right now in this game is Chicago, trailing by 14. And Zach LaVine will shoot 2 coming up here at the line. First one, no good. That'll be a start for Chicago if they're able to make their free throws, but that has not been the case, and DeRozan is still on the bench right now. DeRozan's got 3 personal fouls. Second shot is good by LaVine. Two minutes left to play in the third. VanVleet bobbles, lost it, turnover. That's only the 7th turnover of the game. Alex Caruso able to pressure Fred VanVleet down the near side of the floor and lost it. Yeah, so the loser of this game is out of the playoffs. So this is a single game elimination. Yeah, it's weird how these play-in games are formatted. So whoever wins this game technically is not in the playoffs just yet. Whoever wins this game has to go on and beat the Heat on Friday to even make it to the playoffs. But whoever loses this game is done. That's it for the rest of their season. Jumper is made for a deep 2 by Chicago as they are able to make the shot. Plus, they get the basketball right back. So Kobe White will be the inbound passer here off the inbound. So they will get it right back. 1:49 remaining. Wow. Bounce pass off to Caruso into the hands of LaVine. And this is being done without DeRozan on the floor. DeRozan's on the bench currently. Patrick Williams shovels out to the top. LaVine takes a 3, makes it. That's only their 3rd made 3 tonight, but what a big one. A time of opportunity. That's now 23 points by LaVine, 14 in the quarter. 1:30 left to go. Massive 3, cuts it, winning 8. VanVleet looking to respond. VanVleet at the top, 8 on the shot clock. Step back 3 in the air over LaVine. Oh, he hits it. Fred VanVleet doing everything to silence the Bulls tonight and keep the crowd roaring for the dinosaur. The Raptors by 11. 1 minute left to go. Driving baseline, LaVine to the hole. LaVine missed it off the mark. Williams missed the putback. Tipped over to VanVleet. Here goes VanVleet. 4-on-2 has a numbers advantage. VanVleet floats it up. He gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Fred VanVleet in Toronto. Man, has he been superior in this game. Taking over. Finding ways to knock down shots. Right there, finding a way to get to the rim, draw the contact, and the foul. Patrick Williams had a putback chance wide open to give the Bulls an opportunity to cut their deficit. And Patrick Williams missed the putback jam, and then Fred VanVleet pushed it up in transition and was able to get to the line to shoot 2. The first one he missed. If Toronto loses this game, if somehow they choke this one open, you got to look back at the free throw numbers tonight. They have been horrific at the free throw line. They're now 13 of 26 when it comes down to free throws. Chicago from 3-point range, that's what's crushed them tonight. 3 for 18 from 3-point range. Toronto 10 of 24. Second shot is good by VanVleet. 12-point lead for the Raptors. 50 seconds left to go in the third. Chicago with a possession. In a do-or-die single-game elimination matchup. LaVine floats it up. He got it. And the foul coming up at the line for Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine taking over in this third quarter. And he is now the top scorer in the game. LaVine is up to 25. 9 of 15 from the floor. He is taking over, surpassing his season average. Scored 4 points in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter, had just 9 at halftime, drops down 16 to make it 17. In the third quarter alone, it is good by Zach LaVine with 26 points. 9-point game. 35 seconds left to go. Third quarter, Raptors with it. VanVleet dribbles, drives to the elbow, passes off to Boucher, hand off VanVleet. VanVleet top of the key, 5 in the shot clock. VanVleet turns the corner, drives, swings it out to the wing. Here's a 3, Scotty Barnes. Off the mark, missed. Battle for the rebound. It gets tapped out of bounds by Williams at the baseline, and it will stay Toronto basketball. 4.5 second differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of this third quarter. Game clock down to 18.5, shot clock down to 14. VanVleet underneath his hoop, the inbound passer. Lobs left corner off the inbound over to Barnes. Barnes dribbles back out to the perimeter at the AT&T logo. Hands it off to VanVleet. VanVleet top of the key. Crossover. Working one-on-one on Dosunmu. VanVleet floats up a tough shot. No good. Tapped over the cylinder by Achua, and it gets stuck at the top of the backboard with a basketball stuck at the top of the backboard. Still right now on the still shot. It is stuck at the top of the backboard. That is out of bounds by Toronto. You don't see that too often. Wow. The basketball getting stuck at the top of the backboard without it even being wedged in between the shot clock. That's what's impressive about that. The basketball is stuck at the top of the backboard, not even close to the shot clock area. It was to the right corner of the backboard, where it just got stuck at the top of the backboard there. And the lady with a mop, with a stick with a mop, had to prop it up and tap off the basketball off the top of the backboard. 4.5 seconds left to go in the third. Chicago down by 9 will get the inbound. Inbound, LaVine looking for more. LaVine floats up the 3. LaVine, too tall off the glass, no good. That was a tough angle at it from the near side of the floor. And we close out at the end of the third quarter. It is Toronto 81, Chicago 72. What a game tonight. It ain't over till it's over. Single game elimination to play the Heat on Friday night. The winner of this game will not be in the playoffs just yet. They have to get past the Heat on Friday. Yeah, this whole playing game stuff has been quite confusing or so, because even like some of the national guys are struggling to figure out like how to piece together this whole playing format. Zach LaVine, the reason why the Bulls are down by 9, able to cut a 19-point deficit down to 9 because of LaVine. LaVine's up to 26. DeRozan sat on the bench throughout most of that third quarter. DeRozan has got 16 points. Vucevic with a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds. 3 guys, though, scoring ain't going to be enough to be a more balanced Raptors squad. Toronto, 4 players in double figures. 23 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists by Fred VanVleet. He is having the game of his life tonight in recent memory for the Raptors. He is 6 for 9 from 3. One of his shots, he made a half-court buzzer beater 3 to go into halftime, contested by 2 players at the logo. 22 points by Pascal Siakam. He's been great. 14 points by Scotty Barnes. 13 points by OG Anunoby. So it's been those 4 guys able to carry the Raptors in this game. And Chicago with 3 in double figures. Yeah, I saw yesterday with the TNT crew. They were like, I don't think they could understand it fully yesterday with the whole playing formats. So yeah, this is the 3rd year they've done it. I like the idea because it prevents tanking. It just seems like there's like too many games, though, in my opinion, that happen between the 10 versus the 9. So we were talking about it yesterday. I just feel like it would make more sense if they cut it back down to just the 9 versus the 8 in the playing game for the 8 seed. Because what happens is that the team that loses in that 7 versus 8 playing game, they get rewarded by hosting a home game on Friday. So if you lose, you get to host a home game. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about it for the 7 seed. That's why I think they should do it in the future. Just have the 9 versus the 8. Just make it a single game elimination there, and the winner of that game takes on the 1. Makes it much more simpler than having just 6 playing games. With the winner of a 10 versus 9 taking on the loser of that 7 versus 8. Makes more sense just to cut it down to 2 playing games. Yeah, I believe so. I believe Memphis was, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember Golden State, they played in that 7 versus 8 playing game against the Lakers from 2 years ago and lost. That was a massive game. That's a corner 3 to start things off by Patrick Williams. For Chicago as we start off. Toronto just scored right back. 83-75, 11 minutes approaching the mark left to go. Toronto has it again. VanVleet, top of the key. Makes the pass out to his right to Siakam. LaVine's got 26 for Chicago. He leads the way. Down low, here is Achua. Achua off the putback scores. 10-point lead for the Raptors now. Siakam with 24. VanVleet right behind with 23. Bounce pass over to Williams. Dangerous pass. Tried to stay in bounds and he couldn't. That's a turnover. That is a turnover. It will go right back over to Toronto. Ten and a half left to go. Anunoby, top of the free throw circle. Drive, sitting downhill to the rim. Missed the layup. Chance for a putback, and Achua going up there as we get a whistle. Picked up by DeRozan on the foul. So Achua got knocked down. Was that on the shot by Achua? That was a late whistle. That's on the second shot. That's on the putback chance. So this will be 2 free throws coming up at the line. This should be Achua shooting 2. It will be. So it happened on the second putback by DeRozan coming up. First free throw, Achua got it. They're just 50% at the free throw line. Entering that shot, they were 13 of 26. Second shot, Achua got it. Raptors by 12, 10-20 left to go. Chicago looking for some urgency here. Caruso on the floor with DeRozan. Kobe White. And down low we have a foul. That's on Toronto. This will send LaVine to the free throw line. Derrick Jones Jr., he hasn't got much playing time tonight. He's the 5th player out on the floor currently for Chicago right now. So this is only his 5th minute tonight in this game. First free throw is good for LaVine. Second shot's good by LaVine. Now they got Pat Beverly onto the floor as he will replace Jones. Inbound to Toronto. 10 minutes left to go. VanVleet on the court with Siakam, Achua, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby. Trent dribbles up to the top of the key, moves out the pass to the left wing to VanVleet. 5 in the shot clock, Fred VanVleet slides it out to the right wing. Gary Trent Jr. takes a 3, missed off the front rim, tipped up, and the rebound controlled by Vucevic as we got an over-the-back call picked up too by Chicago. So this will stay here with Toronto with their possession. They'll keep possession of it for the Raptors. Let's see, this is going to be on Caruso, it looks like. Caruso battling for the rebound with Siakam, just tangled up with him, coming from behind. That's on Caruso, who picked up the personal. That is now number 4 picked up at the game by Caruso. DeRozan with 4 as well. VanVleet at the wing, guarded by Vucevic. Dribbles up to the free throw circle, step back jumper, 15-footer, airballed it. And it goes out of bounds. To the right of the rim, that's going to go back to Chicago's way. So Fred VanVleet, he had been stellar all game long, making down some big-time shots, but it's a tough one right there. Tough one as he airballed it to the right of the rim. 9:30 left to go. DeRozan, double team, gets to the way to Caruso. Open 3. That is well short. Gets his own rebound back. A nice bounce pass over to Vucevic. Floats up the shot, the low block, and he drops it through. Nice little no-look bounce pass right there by Caruso. 9:10 left to go. They're still in it. Bounce pass off the roll down to Chua. Dump off down low, and they turn it over. Numbers transition here for Chicago if they wish for. LaVine jacks up a 3 on the break. He got it. Zach LaVine out in transition. Jacks up the 3. It's only a 5-point game. And a timeout taken on the floor by Toronto. 3 timeouts remaining for the Raptors. 4 by the Bulls in their pocket. A turnover down low by Toronto leads to a transition 3. Zach LaVine up the floor. Just taking over this game. It's a 5-point game, and you can thank LaVine for getting back in this one tonight for Chicago. Wow, what a comeback. He's made big-time shot after big-time shot in the second half. 31 points now for Zach LaVine. That's a critical turnover at a bad time to do so. Bill, welcome in. Best of luck there. He took Bulls +6 in this one. Yeah, Zach LaVine just carrying, man. DeRozan with 4 personal fouls. Caruso with 4. Nobody with 4 for the Raptors. 3 each by Siakam and VanVleet currently. And those have been the best 2 players of the game tonight for Toronto. Siakam's got 24. VanVleet's got 23. Just 5 of 22 from 3-point range, but Zach LaVine's been... He's been the best player from the perimeter tonight. He's made 2 out of 6. The rest of the starters have yet to make a 3. Going 0 for 10 between DeRozan, Vucevic, Beverly, Caruso. Beverly yet to even score tonight in 17 minutes. Caruso with just 2 points. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams here. We got 9 minutes left to play. Still a lot of time left to go in this game for the Bulls to see if they can make a comeback. They've trailed basically this whole game. They got up by 1 point. Their largest lead of the game by 1. That was it. Toronto led as many by 19 points at 1 point. If Toronto drops this game, you can look back at the free throws tonight being a major issue. That's been a problem. 54% tonight shooting at the free throw line. 15 of 28 tonight on free throws for the Raptors. Edith, welcome back in. Yeah, should be a good fight to the finish. Just credit out for Chicago here, just getting themselves back in order to make this a game. DeRozan sat for most of the third quarter, too. He's got 4 personal fouls. Just Zach LaVine, his ability to take over this game, that's what's been able to get them right back in it. Like, he is flaming right now. He is hot at this point in this game. Getting to the rim, attacking against this Toronto defense. Making 2 3-point shots. The last one he made out in transition. That was a massive 3 because they have been waiting for that to explode all game long. Yes, I think the Celtics are going to sweep the Hawks. VanVleet with the ball. We get back from the timeout. Under 9 minutes left to go. VanVleet passes off to Siakam. Backs his way off a double team guarded by Vucevic and Caruso. Turned over the basketball. LaVine comes up with a steal. Here goes LaVine right to the rim. That will be a foul from behind, it appears to be, and he'll shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. These turnovers are crushing the Raptors right now. Siakam turned it over, missed the pass wide of Pirtle inside the key, and LaVine makes them pay as LaVine took it a distance, got fouled. Two shots here by Zach LaVine, 31 points tonight. 9 for 11 at the charity stripe, make it 10 for 12. Hits the first one, he's got 32. Second free throw by LaVine. And got the bounce. Down by 19, it's only a 1-possession game. 9-zip run by Chicago in the last 2 minutes of action. Anunoby, top of the key, guarded by LaVine, dribbles towards his left at the left wing. Hand off to Siakam around the perimeter. Siakam now defended at the top by LaVine. Pirtle, hand off Siakam. Siakam at the left wing. LaVine called in the reach-in foul. The clock will stop with 8:21. LaVine fired right up by the officials right there. He cannot believe that he got called in the reach-in, defending Siakam around the perimeter. So that is now number 2 picked up by LaVine. 8:20 left to go. Raptors looking for answers. 9-zip run by the Bulls. Barnes at the low block. Brings a double team. Barnes lost control of the basketball. He turns it over. Swooped away. Loose it was Beverly who had a hand on it. LaVine takes a 3 for the tie. Missed off the rim. And VanVleet secures the defensive rebound. Wow, what a break they just caught by Toronto. We'll see if they can settle down here and control the ball. Siakam backs his way on Beverly. Siakam dumps it off to Pirtle. Pirtle floats it up and he drops it through. It's good for 2. That's a critical bucket right there by Toronto for Jakob Pirtle. 7:40 left to play. Chicago looking to respond right here. DeRozan, dribble, drive, attacks, right down the lane inside. He scores up and in off the backboard by DeRozan. Off the drive and attack right to the rim. 3-point game all over again. DeRozan up to 18. 50% shooting, 8 for 16 tonight. Raptors at the right corner. Into the hands of VanVleet now at the right wing. VanVleet floats it up over the top for Pirtle. Missed the pass off his fingertips. It's a turnover. Goes right back to the Bulls. Here goes Caruso. Drives to the rim. He scores up and in off the backboard. Dribble drive penetration. Back-to-back layups made by Chicago. 1-point game. As close as it's been ever. Besides the time that the Bulls took a brief 1-point lead. 7 minutes remaining. Toronto with a possession. Siakam at the right elbow. Backs his way inside the key. Siakam takes the jumper mid-range. Oh, he hits it. Pat Beverly looking for the offensive foul there off the flop. Couldn't get one. Siakam takes the jumper with a no call with the referees and he drills it. 91-88. 6:30 left to go. The score bug is completely wrong on the screen. Touch pass to the corner. Caruso with a 3. Caruso. Oh, he hits it. Caruso with a big-time 3. We are even. 91-91 with 6:20 left to play. Here goes Toronto. Right to the rim. Barnes. Count it in the foul. Scotty Barnes and one coming up at the free throw line. We the North with the Raptors rocking at Jurassic Park right now. Scotty Barnes with a cut. Receives the pass from VanVleet behind the defense. Scores +1. What a game we got. 6:17 remaining. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well. What a night here of basketball action. Single game elimination. We've got the playoff feel already, even though we're not officially into the playoffs. This is a play-in game. It's a single game elimination to continue their seasons for these two teams. Scotty Barnes with one free throw coming up after the timeout, though. Toronto 93, Chicago 91. What a comeback by the Bulls. Able to tie the game briefly at 91. Yep, I remember that back from the draft. That's a big time shot, or a big time layup made by Barnes that he got. Crunch time moments, that is huge. The rookie of the year from last year. Barnes up to 16, so he's surpassing his season average right now with 16 points tonight. Both teams now officially have 4 players in double figures. Zach LaVine, he's been the hot hand for Chicago. That's the reason why Chicago got back in this game. LaVine's been able to come out. He scored 24 points in the second half. He's got 33 on the board. DeRozan with 18, Vucevic with 12 and 12, and then 10 points by Patrick Williams. Toronto top scorers, 26 by Siakam, 23 by VanVleet with 11 rebounds and 8 assists. You don't see that too often. VanVleet's the top rebounder with 11. And then 16 by Scotty Barnes, 13 by Anunoby tonight. They've struggled, though, at the free throw line. Just 15 for 28 when it comes down to free throws. I cannot believe it. Chicago was in this game. Chicago at halftime was 2 of 15 on three-point shooting. And right now they're 6 of 23. This has been just... What a game it's been. If you guys are just joining in, Chicago is trailing by 19 points at 1 point. And now Chicago's getting right to the rim, and Toronto's got no answer stopping Chicago with their dribble drive penetration to the rim in this game. Bradley, what's good? Welcome to stream, man. This one's been a great one. We got 6:17 left to go. So 6 minutes and 17 seconds left remaining, and what a battle we've got. Raptors shooting 54% tonight at the free throw line, where Chicago's shooting 81%. Those free throws are saving the Bulls. Like this is phenomenal that the Bulls are right in this game, despite being minus 11 on the glass, and also trailing in three-point shooting this entire game. Scotty Barnes just able to slip past Beverly we saw in the last play. Barnes will shoot 1 at the free throw line. He just got the and 1. This game was briefly tied at 91 a couple minutes ago before the timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. What a fight to the finish tonight we got in this game. Single game elimination to move on and take on the Heat. And the free throw missed. Rebound went to the offense, though, with Barnes. Barnes passes down low, deflected up in the air. They got intercepted by Caruso. Caruso with a steal, one man to beat. Able to get right past VanVleet, and he scores up and in off the backboard with a layup by Caruso. That's all hustle right there. 6 minutes left to go. 3 timeouts remaining for both of these teams. VanVleet at the midcourt logo. 12 in the shot clock. Top of the key, VanVleet. Lobs it off the Pirtle. Pass off the Cutter. Intercepted once again in the key by Caruso. Chicago back-to-back steals. DeRozan, Scotia Bank Arena logo. Dribbles at the top of the free throw circle now. Puts up the jumper. Missed rim short. Rebound controlled by Barnes. Sister Surround with a dono. Really appreciate it for the dono. Let's get that dono hype on the stream for Sister Surround. Thanks so much. And we got an offensive foul picked up by Toronto. An illegal screen set up by Pirtle. It will go back to the Bulls. 93-93 with 5:07 left. Bulls with a possession. Top of the key, LaVine. Bounce pass over to Vucevic. Kick out, corner, open, three, Beverley. Yo, he rips it through. Pat Beverley with 5 minutes left to go. Drills the three. Down by 19. They take a 3-point lead for the Bulls. The first lead since the score is 29-28. That was a brief lead they took. Now they're up by 3. Dribble handoff. VanVleet. Backdoor. Missed the layup. The putback. Oh, it's good though by Siakam. Throwing it down with a two-handed flush off the putback. 4:35 left to go. A fight to the finish to save the season for both of these teams. Top of the key, LaVine. He's turned up the Jets in the second half, having a monster second half. LaVine at the top, dribbles up to the free throw circle, takes the jumper deep two. Oh, he hits it. Zach LaVine, 18-footer straight away off the step back. Bang, bang, he drills it. 98-95. 4:10 left to go. That's 35 points tonight by LaVine. Hand off to Siakam. Siakam, top of the key, working on Caruso. Siakam at the right wing perimeter. Siakam drives off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound. Goes over to Barnes. Barnes floats it up and he got it. What a shot right there for Scotty. Able to put it up and he was able to put it through off the second chancer. LaVine, what a game he has. Drives, bounce pass, throwing it down. Oh, he throws it down with a right hand. Down inside the lane, it's DeRozan. Torching it through with a right-handed slam over one defender right there in a poster. DeMar DeRozan up to 20. We got 3.5 minutes left. What a game. Gotta see a replay of that. DeMar DeRozan, head full of steam, cutting straight line to the hoop. Dunks it down off the assist by LaVine, getting around one defender in the process. Timeout on the floor. 100-97 with 3:32 left to go. We got a great one tonight. DeMar DeRozan with a major slam. Alan, thanks so much for joining in, man. What a game. 70+ watching. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Some big-time man's jams as of late. DeRozan just had a massive one with a right-handed hammer. There was one a couple plays before that where Siakam got a putback dunk with two hands. This is incredible. The Chicago Bulls shot 2 for 15 from three-point range at halftime. They are now 7-24 from 3. They're only 29% shooting from the perimeter, but they got a 3-point lead. Turnovers, missed free throws. That's the cause of concern right now for Toronto. Toronto with 16 total turnovers. They're number 1 in the NBA in fewest turnovers per game this season. You got to look back at the free throws. 15 for 29. Those free throws were not hurting them until now. A 19-point deficit has turned into a 3-point lead as we enter back into action. Ferdinand, thanks so much for joining in. Hit us up in the chat, by the way. Who you guys got in this one? Bulls or Raptors? Back from the timeout. VanVleet missed the 3. Offensive rebound over to Gary Trent Jr. 3:20 left to go. VanVleet, top of the key, guarded by Vucevic. VanVleet on the floor with Barnes, Trent Jr., Siakam, and Anunoby. Step back 3 in the air. Oh, he's money. Triple. It is good by Fred VanVleet. We're even 100-100. 3:10 left to go, and a timeout taken immediately by Chicago as they are down to 2 timeouts left. 2 timeouts for both of the teams. Fred VanVleet with a laser straight through the netting to make it even at triple digits. By the way, VanVleet made a half-court buzzer beater 3 from the logo, being double-teamed to go into halftime. VanVleet's got 26. Him and Siakam have been tremendous tonight. 28 by Siakam. 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists tonight by Fred VanVleet. You don't see that too often with 11 rebounds. He is a top rebounder in this game, and Toronto is plus 16 on the glass. They lead 47-31 in rebounding. Just a wild game tonight for a do-or-die scenario. Winner moves on case type of game. Winner survives. They'll face Miami on Friday. Loser this game has to pack their bags. That is it for the remaining part of this season. So this is a single game elimination. 9 versus 10. These players playing their hearts out right here. We got 3 minutes left to play. 3:10 remaining on the clock. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Here we go. Chicago gets the inbound left to right on the floor. DeRozan, Caruso, Vucevic, LaVine, and Beverly. DeRozan at the right wing, sends it over to Caruso, into the hands now LaVine, the hot hand with 35, the top score. 2:50 left to go, 5 the shot clock. LaVine attacks, dribble drive, right down the lane inside. He scores with the right hand, up and in off the backboard by Zach LaVine. 37 points, the game leader. 2:35 left to go. Looking to match at VanVleet. Dribbles up to the right elbow. VanVleet lobs it over to Siakam. 2.5 remaining. VanVleet guarded by Beverly at the wing. Siakam swings it out to the left wing on Anunoby. Touch pass, left corner, open three. Gary Trent Jr. missed off the mark, no good. Defensive rebound, hauled in by DeRozan. 2:15 left. Chicago with the ball to get a 2-point lead. Chicago will slow it down. DeRozan guarded at the top of the key. DeRozan dribbles, drives, attacks inside the paint. Double clutch, he scores up and in. Off the backboard once again. Dribble, drive, down the lane inside. There's no answers right now provided by this Toronto defense as Chicago keeps on going, attacking right to the rim, and they keep on scoring. Top of the key, Barnes dribbles up inside the key. Barnes lost it, got stripped down, and he got fouled. That's a reach-in call picked up on the floor. Chicago cannot believe the call. It stops the clock with 1:49 left to go. Yes, I think the Rays will. I'm a Red Sox fan, by the way, but yeah, it's been tough for the Red Sox. They go from winning games against some of the bottom projected teams in the league. They actually lost that series against the Pirates, which is concerning. But I mean, they're coming off a series against the Tigers, which is got to be the worst team in the league this year. When it comes down to it at the end. First shot, he missed by Barnes. Second free throw is good. That's a crusher. I mean, they've been terrible tonight at the free throw line. The Raptors tonight are 16 of 31 at the free throw line at 51.6%. Here's a three. Vucevic, no good. Tapped off the glass, missed by LaVine. Offensive rebound again by Beverly. Beverly got tied up in the floor, and the clock will stop with 1:34. Yeah, I heard the attendance has been just terrible for the A's this year. Like, I think they got like 4,000 fans or something to one of the games. 1:34 left to go. Okay, the Raptors will challenge this, actually. The officials had called it a reach and fall picked up by Toronto on the floor as Beverly came up with a rebound. So the referees are looking at this call right here. It looked like they were going to get the tie-up out of that right there. So Fred VanVleet got called for the loose ball foul on the floor. So we take a timeout on the floor right now. 104-101. Toronto is challenging the loose ball foul picked up by Fred VanVleet on the floor as we've stopped the clock with 1:34 left. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, or ring that notification bell as well. If you guys would like to come back for future live streams. Yeah, VanVleet was trying to tie up Beverly right there, and the officials blew the whistle and called it as a loose ball foul picked up by VanVleet on the floor on the last call. They're challenging that right now. Yeah, this has been an incredible game. So if you guys are just joining in, Toronto led as many by 19 points at one point in this game. Chicago's come all the way back. Chicago now with a 3-point lead with a minute and a half left to play. And we're going to get confirmation in just a moment on this challenge, what it will stand for. As it's being discussed right now, the call is overturned. So the Raptors successful on the challenge as Fred VanVleet gets the foul taken away. So the call has been overturned. That is massive. Massive to keep the Raptors' hopes alive. Raptors retain their timeouts. And Fred VanVleet gets that foul taken off. So VanVleet will have 4 personal fouls. It should be for him instead of 5, as we will have a jump ball here at the free throw circle. So jump ball at the free throw circle this will be an inbound. So they were looking to see if they could do a jump ball at the free throw circle. They were setting up that way. It's going to be an inbound, though, for Chicago. So Chicago will get the inbound with 13 seconds in the shot clock, 1:34 to game clock. Inbound to the corner. They got trapped, but able to get it away to Caruso. On top it goes to LaVine. LaVine at the elbow. Bounce pass to Caruso. Caruso inside the key. Caruso off the glass. No good. The rebound goes to Pirtle. Here goes the Raptors down by 3. VanVleet up the floor. Takes the 3. Skipped around. No good. Tipped off the glass. Rebound controlled by the defense by Beverly. Pat Beverly coming in at the last moment. Able to secure the defensive rebound. 1:10 left to go. Chicago able to make their free throws tonight. 81% at the line, 13 of 16. Toronto not able to do so, just 52% at the free throw line. Missed 3 by LaVine. 1 minute left to go. Toronto with an opportunity. See what they do right here. Siakam dribbles, drives, attacks, and he will draw the reach and foul. Clock will stop with 50 seconds. Pat Beverly reaches in, and here goes Siakam to the free throw line. As now they're in the bonus for Toronto. Beverly reaches in with 50 seconds left. It's going to send Siakam shooting 2. Siakam just 50% at the free throw line tonight, 3 of 6. First one, got it. Got the bounce from the front to the back of the rim and dropped in. What a game. Make sure to smash the thumbs up if you haven't already done so. 50 seconds left to play. Siakam will have one more free throw here. And no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Battle for the rebound. Hauled in by the defense by Chicago. LaVine has it. 40 seconds remaining. 18 on the shot clock. Chicago going to chunk down some time. LaVine. Dish on top to DeRozan. Waits here with 10 seconds on the shot clock. 32 seconds left. DeRozan dribbles up to the key. Takes the jumper mid-range. Missed off the mark. He got fouled. DeMar DeRozan will shoot 2 at the free throw line coming up. The clock will stop with 28.7 seconds left to go. Took the jumper over Anunoby, and he got fouled. And Anunoby, hands up in the air, cannot believe the call right there. Whoa, there was no touch. Oh my goodness, no touch by the officials right there on Anunoby, and they called him for the blocking foul. Second free throw DeRozan gets. He missed the first one. 105-102, 28.7 seconds left to go. And the timeout taken by the Raptors. They got 1 timeout left. Chicago with 2 timeouts. Wow, there was no contact there on that. They showed like an above the rim type camera from overhead. Wasn't any contact there on that camera from Anunoby over to DeRozan. 105-102. We take the timeout on the floor. What a game. We got 80 plus in the stream right now. If you guys are enjoying the channel here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Pascal Siakam, 29 points. 26 points by Fred VanVleet. He has made 7 threes tonight for the Raptors. Could have an opportunity down the stretch to see if he can make it 8. 19 and 10 by Scotty Barnes. 13 by Anunoby. Zach LaVine, he has been just on another level in the second half. 37 points by LaVine. 23 by DeRozan. 12 and 12 by Vucevic. One timeout remaining for the Raptors. 2 timeouts remaining for Chicago. Raptors out of challenges. Actually, both of these teams are in a bonus since the last one put Chicago into the bonus. 1 challenge remaining for the Bulls. Chicago up by 3. Toronto will get the inbound. VanVleet in the front court. Far side of the front court, the inbound passer. He has Gary Trent Jr., Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby. The 5 on the floor currently for Toronto. Inbound to the right wing goes to Barnes. 25 seconds left to go. Into the hands to Siakam. 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Siakam dribbles, drives, attacks inside the paint, throws it down with a 2-handed jam. Oh, baby! Pascal Siakam tearing it up right there with a 2-handed throwdown for the dunk for the Raptors. 19.7 seconds remaining, and we have a timeout taken on the floor by Chicago. Holy smokes right there, Siakam. Pascal Siakam, we see here in a replay, getting right past Patrick Williams. Right down the lane, sneaking his way right around Zach LaVine down the backside. And he threw it down, soaring up with a 2-handed finish. What a game. 105-104. It will be Chicago inbound coming up with 19.7 seconds left. Keep on spiking the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you guys are new in the channel. What a night here. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys got for this one? Bulls or Raptors? Put it in on the chat here. 1 timeout for both of these teams going right down to the wire. The Chicago Bulls were trailing by 19 points. Now they hold on to a 1-point lead. Zach LaVine with 37 points tonight. Yup, the winner of this game will take on the Heat on Friday. This is a single game elimination. The winner, not yet in the playoffs, but will face the Heat on Friday. And whoever wins that game will face the Bucks in the first round. Whoever loses this game, that's it. That's their last game remaining of the season. They have to pack their bags and get ready for the draft and get ready for next season. Inbound in the front court for Chicago. Caruso, the inbound passer, near side of the floor. Caruso has DeRozan, LaVine, Vucevic, and Kobe White, the 5th player on the floor. Inbound to the corner, goes to LaVine. LaVine tiptoes the baseline. LaVine tripped up and he got fouled. Zach LaVine shooting 2 at the free throw line. He gets tripped up by Anunoby. Dribbling the tightrope down the baseline, off the right baseline dribble to the hoop. Zach LaVine, player of the game tonight if the Bulls are able to secure the victory. 37 points by LaVine. Will shoot here at the free throw line. 2 shots in the bonus. 17.9 seconds left to go. Hugs, thanks so much for joining in. What a game. LaVine, by the way, 11 for 13 tonight on free throws. One team able to make their free throws, the other not so much. First free throw right down the middle. Chicago tonight, 15 of 19 at the free throw line, just under 80%. The Raptors, 17 for 33, just above 50%. That's the difference. The difference early on was made threes by the Raptors compared to the inability to make a three by the Bulls. Second free throw right down the middle. That is good by LaVine. Zach LaVine, major game tonight. He's got 39 points. And the final timeout taken on the floor for the Raptors. 17.9 seconds left to go. Toronto on their home floor. Do or die opportunity coming up on what could very well be the final possession of the game. What a night. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 17.9 seconds left to go. The Raptors are out of timeouts. Chicago with one timeout remaining. We'll see what Toronto is able to draw up here. Fred VanVleet, the top perimeter shooter tonight. 7 made threes. He's got 26 points. After that, everybody else with 2 made threes or 1. Anunoby's made 2 threes, but just 2 of 7 from the perimeter, whereas VanVleet is 7 for 12. After that, everybody else has made 1 or 0 for 3-point shots tonight for the Raptors. VanVleet's going to be the hot hand in this situation. 17.9 seconds left to go. Toronto will get the inbounds. King Markey, welcome back in. Thanks so much for joining in. What an end to this game. 17.9 seconds left to go. Raptors have it in the front courts. Able to advance it after the timeout. Here we go. Raptors. Near side of the floor, gets it away to Siakam. Has it at the logo. 15 seconds left. Siakam, shot clock turned off. Dribbles to the right wing. He floats it up, and Siakam got fouled. I do not believe it was on the shot. It looked like it was on the reach before the shot by Caruso. Yeah, that's on the reach well before the shooting motion. That's on Caruso. This should be 2 free throws coming up. The referees are discussing it right now on the floor. So this should be 2 free throws here for Siakam. We got 12 seconds left to go. Chicago fouled up by 3. Caruso, yeah. Got Siakam before Siakam went to the shooting motion. He was behind the 3-point line. But it was well before the shooting motion began. So referees are still sorting all of this out right here. Yeah, it looked like it was clearly before the shot. So this should just be 2 at the line in the bonus. So this is just 2 free throws here in the bonus at the line. Called a foul on the floor, picked up by Caruso, not on the shot. Siakam will shoot 2. First one is good. 12 seconds remaining. Best they can do if they make the free throw is pull themselves within 1. See what happens here, because they don't have a timeout. That's the problem. Would most likely be better to make this one. No. Okay, so they gave him 3. Check that. See, I got the audio off. They gave him 3 free throws. Okay, that was clearly not on the shot. So the officials talked to each other about the call. They gave him 3 free throws instead of 2. Siakam was behind the 3-point line. It was well before he went up in the shooting motion. And he went 1 for 3. Missed the last 2 free throws. And Chicago gets the rebound and they get fouled. 2 shots coming up at the line. Pascal Siakam choking under pressure on his own home floor. 11 seconds left to go. And 2 shots coming up by Chicago. How could you miss 2 out of 3 free throws on your home floor? Single game elimination. You go 1 for 3 at the free throw line with 12 seconds left. Vucevic shooting 2. First one is good. Right down the middle. 108-105. Looking to put Chicago up by 4 for Vooch. If he's able to do so here, that would basically most likely do it. Second free throw. Got it. On a bounce for Vucevic. 4-point lead. 11 seconds. Raptors with it. Siakam, a lot of dribbling, 6 seconds, makes a pass. VanVleet leading up, takes the shot, no good off the front of Siakam. Couldn't finish at the rim. Either way, it's over. Oh, what a come from behind victory. The Chicago Bulls, led by Zach LaVine tonight, pull out the victory. 39 by LaVine. They trail by 19, and they win to keep their season alive. It is over. Final score, Chicago 109, Toronto 105. What a comeback. Chicago becomes the first 10th place team to win a play-in game. What a comeback tonight. Being the aggressor in the second half, getting right to the rim, Chicago outscored Toronto 37-24 in the fourth quarter to win this game. Zach LaVine had a monstrous third quarter, continued it into the fourth. Able to get to the rim. This is the reason why they won. 18 for 22 tonight on free throws. 82% at the free throw line. Toronto choked under pressure. They made the same amount of free throws as Chicago. 18 made free throws. Guess what their attempts was? 36. 18 for 36. They made just half of the free throws. 50%. That's the difference maker. Difference maker in the game right there. 50% to 82% at the free throw line. Wow. What a remarkable comeback. Yeah, they've been showing the tape for quite a while. DeRozan's daughter. The screaming certainly worked out in the favor for the Bulls tonight to continue their season. What a comeback for Chicago. It'll be Chicago versus Miami on Friday night. What just a historic collapse tonight by the Toronto Raptors. Looked like they had this game in the bag. The threes were outweighing the twos by far. And Chicago, all they needed to shoot was 27% from three-point range, and they still were able to win this game. Just an unbelievable finish. Edith, thanks so much for the dono. Really appreciate it. What a game here tonight. Before you sign off, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I'm going to post in the community tab tomorrow what my planned streaming schedule, what I hope to cover throughout the week. Little bit of an update before I sign off. It's going to be like a much different week for me. I'll be off this Friday, so I won't be able to cover that playing game on Friday. I got lacrosse at night. I'm covering for one of the colleges I work with. During the afternoon, I'm out too on Saturday. I got a doubleheader for baseball, for college baseball, covering 2 games on Saturday afternoon. But I hope to be back later on Saturday night covering the Kings against the Warriors in the 3 versus 6 matchup at 8:30 p.m. on Saturday. And then quick update for you guys. I'll be out on vacation. My whole family works in the school district. They got spring break coming up for their vacation. So I'll be out on vacation with my family from Sunday to Wednesday. So we're not sure just yet if like the hotel or so, what the internet connection will be for the hotel. But I plan on bringing up my streaming equipment and hopefully able to cover 1 game per night on all those days. We'll be out touring a lot of places on Sunday throughout the day, but if so, it will be most likely the Clippers against Suns on Sunday night, most likely. Not sure when I'll cover the Celtics just yet because I'm out covering the baseball game on Saturday, so I'm going to miss that game. And then on Tuesday, I'm still out on vacation at the hotel, and I don't know if they're going to have NBA TV or not. Or so that game on Tuesday is on the NBA TV. So hopefully, if they do have NBA TV, I hope to cover that. If not, I plan on being back most likely for Game 3 for the Celtics, but probably will miss the first 2 for that series since I got the baseball game Saturday and then on vacation on Tuesday with my family. But yeah, thanks so much all for joining in, everybody. We're going to wrap up here. What a comeback. Just a phenomenal comeback in this game. 109-105, Chicago wins. Zach LaVine propels his team to victory, 39 points. And we'll close out to the channel members. Thanks all for joining in tonight. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Sister Surround, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Tristan, Jess, Ahino Joseph, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Derek, Michael, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Joe, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Siegel, Woopig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, and Robin. Thanks all for joining in, being a part on the stream. Hope to be back on Saturday later that night to cover Kings versus Warriors, and enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.